So I spent a couple days celebrating with the Chicago Blackhawks after my dismissal from the Tribune company. So it really wasn't the worst thing that happened. But on my stroll back to that train, I saw that the CareerBuilder was hiring. I was selling CareerBuilder products at the Chicago Tribune. So I was like, all right, well, I'll apply to this organization. Then 12 years skipped by.
Yeah.
It was
So,
the perfect organization for me.
yeah. So you went to CareerBuilder, and then can you tell me about where you're at now? Like, what are you doing for Disability Solutions? Tell me a little bit about that company and why you're there.
Well, I'm actually here because of CareerBuilder. In my 12-year stint at CareerBuilder, I not only met my wife, but I found my passion, which is really partnerships, which is currently what I'm doing here at Disability Solutions. But halfway through my 12 years at CB, I transitioned over to working with agencies, ATS resellers, and really kind of in the latter half of my career there, working with some programmatic partners. If I have any special skills in life, it's really connecting dots, sometimes that are either seen or not seen. And when I finally lived through, I think, 6 rounds of layoffs within CareerBuilder, and they showed me the door, I was like, well, where do I go? What do I do? I have umpire on my resume. I have 12 years of CareerBuilder and some warehouse experience. As it turns out, the fine folks at CareerBuilder did provide me with an amazing skill set that essentially allowed me to transition into my current organization, Disability Solutions, where I sit as the director of strategic partnerships, overseeing essentially those 3 facets of the business, both agencies, ATS resellers, programmatic. And in my spare time, I get to sell some stuff directly, which is really kind of passionate for me because I myself am a person that has been living and thriving with a disability for well over 30 years. I had an acquired disability at the age of 10. So it's my passion met my actual work experience. I don't think that aligns very much for most folks, but for me, I kind of hit the jackpot there.
Yeah, and so you work with organizations that are looking to hire the disabled, right? Like, tell me a little bit more about what Disability Solutions does.
Yeah, absolutely. Disability Solutions has been around for over a decade, 12 years to be exact, but our parent company, Ability Beyond, has been around for over 100 years. They manage and own a lot of managed care facilities on the East Coast of the United States. And essentially, people that would go into their care would sometimes have to do transition back out to the workforce. Now, there was no organization around back in the day that would allow or sort of cater to the disability community. Now, the disability community is extremely large. Mathematically speaking, 1 out of 4 people globally is affected by disability. Now, disability ranging from everything from color blindness to the use of assistive devices, and you have both the hidden and non-hidden disability. My specific disability is mine's hidden, so until I self-disclose, most folks, well, they think I'm normal, but and I am normal, but that's all up into interpretation. But we essentially allow organizations to take a path moving forward in disability inclusion. Some jump into the deep end, and others are starting with some of our more basic services.
So there's been a recent attack on DEI and all
Really?
sorts of inclusion. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And my daily doom scroll has showed me that
Tell me
just
more.
falling apart. How do you still stand up for disability solutions in today's environment?
To be honest with you, it usually hits home for most folks. It's either your mother, your brother, your aunt, your uncle, or someone you know directly that is impacted by disability. And like I said, it ranges. It is a entire spectrum. And mathematically speaking, whether you were born with a disability, you may age into a disability. Hence, why you know somebody directly within your personal lives that is affected by it. And so, we kind of take it with a grain of salt, realizing that we essentially get grouped into a lot of different sort of efforts and energy in the diversity, equity, inclusion, belonging space because we are in that world.